I figured I'd better create a recording or video on manjusakaye in the wake of one of the last videos I made. So, what is manjusakaye about? Well, I have little composition notebooks for various stories that I have been working on / plan to do. I had originally had 4. One for Spirit Shark, one for manjusakaye, one for Lilac Heart, and then one for manjusakaye. But thankfully, I lost that one. So, in the composition book, little one for manjusakaye, it says this on the themes. Quote, "This book will focus on dreams, lucid dreaming, rape and abuse culture, and the indomitable will to struggle against suicide." End quote. And so, keeping that in mind, the book starts with Maolin / Shang, who is studying in the USA and in medical school. Here it is said that when they moved to the USA, they felt like they had more social freedoms to be themselves, essentially. But they're at a point in life where they're seriously doubting if that is true. And basically, that being said, a lot of the plot of manjusakaye was established and conceived in 2014 and 2015. So that's a while back. It is tricky to deal with progression and details from there, as now in 2018 there is just so much new content to retroactively consider and older ideas to perhaps be discarded in favor of new ones without them being like canonical, alternate timelines or whatever people want to call that. But what I said before about the overarching topical themes that I wrote out in order to keep myself on track, that's all true. So, especially when it comes to abuse and rape culture as a part of the patriarchal and hierarchical systems, so obviously there's going to be discussions of rape, abuse, etc. In the advent of the hashtag #MeToo movement, I feel somewhat more comfortable in the idea of aggressively pursuing writing this book once I'm done with Spirit Shark. I do have misgivings about the sheer level of violence that is either alluded to or described by characters in detail to be way too much for some people to handle, even if the ultimate goal of manjusakaye and other creative work I do is to be harsh anti-rape sentiment, or as a joke, anti-rape propaganda, since, don't really want to use the word propaganda here. So, no matter what, the topics and subject matters in manjusakaye are extremely charged and intense to what I would probably say many people, and it's regardless of what my actual intent is. It's like, if you're reading something and you feel weird about it, well, So, if I make too many mistakes when working with these subject matters, given their nature, certain people will paint me in a negative light, and I have to be prepared for that as a byproduct and cost of publishing and publicizing sensitive material like this. There are additions to those things as well, topics such as anti-black racism, classism, and transphobia that are littered either here and there or everywhere. If you can't handle intense topics because of your own personal trauma, that's fine. Go rest, be free, do what you need to do to recover. But I'll be busy using my own personal ashes to build castles and mountains of defense and offense against these topics as a survivor of bullying, physical assault, sexual assault, abuse, whatever have you. I don't know how many times I've burnt up and died inside not being able to talk about some of these things in detail or even vaguely because it's quote-unquote too intense or quote-unquote too personal. So, yeah. Moving on, I've used manjusakaye and that specific stuff where it's focusing on Maolin / Shang as an outlet for expressing and describing these types of things. So, Maolin / Shang is almost impossible to unhook as a representative of traumatic experiences. We really don't waste time in Manjusakaye getting into some nitty-gritty things after the intense but overall lighthearted feelings of Spirit Shark, or at least in my opinion. As Manjusakaye occurs after the events of Spirit Shark to progress the chronology of the characters, aging through what... Well, there goes the phone. Yeah, so phone is over with. So aging through the progress and the chronology of the characters through what most would describe as a quote-unquote alpha timeline that they follow until the various characters involved in it die. So that is a brief overview of Manjusakaye and one of its main characters, Maolin / Shang. So that is all I have to say for now.